receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Oregon's offense will get the first swing of the game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
They're dealing with a second and long. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He's taking the shot. All right, through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Ducks will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Nestles it in at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So USC's offense will get the ball for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on an offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and now you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Lane. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Oh, he's got some space. Made a defender miss. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Moore to the air. Makes the catch. It's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From the shotgun, the inside kid. There he goes. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Fires left. It's caught downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of...
There he goes. The 30. The 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Quarterback on the keeper. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. East Carolina is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Pirates fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Give to the back. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it. 44 with a first down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this deep.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown USC. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. They'll run play action. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Line is set on third down. Moore will throw, using his legs to buy some time. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Ducks decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the direct snap, it's Sanders. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Ball. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Got it in the middle, it's Whittington. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Caught behind the line, it's Benson. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches. But I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David. So that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense.
Touchdown, Oregon! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them? Double digits. It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC
makes a grab for a big play. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Man, what a sweet dime that last pass was. The Trojans always seem to have a quarterback who can make you pay in the secondary.
And it's always a big, strong-arm guy that throws the ball over the yard, that's just good-looking. I mean, just all the things that most people aren't, but that they want to root for and cheer for because they always find that guy at that position that does great things.
Off play action. He's got him. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a midseason quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Mayava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really, really good, especially at the end of the year. And you know with Lincoln Riley, one of the great QB whisperers in recent college football memory, if you're locked in and you're playing and you're seeing the field the way Lincoln Riley is seeing it and calling it, this offense is going to be unstoppable. If he does that, he's going to put up Heisman numbers.
And he's wrestled to the ground. And now on second down for this offense. Trying play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Lost one deep down the right side. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. Third down, you're taking a deep shot. Because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Final little time, lets it go. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Finds his man. It's more.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And in back-to-back plays, you understand full well why the DC talking to us this week was like, this guy's a handful. Like, he shows the ability to throw the ball, make a big play through the air. Then you're covering the throw game. Well, what happens? He pulls it down, makes the run. He's showing you a little bit of everything.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
More to the air. A strike downfield. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback, the ball. Out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution. Picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Offense getting set for first down. On the ground, it's Sanders. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Mayava. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. The run from the shotgun. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Trojans line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, you spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They're facing a third down. Gets the back moving. Moore will throw. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Love the third down call. Throwing the angle route to your back. Working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Stewart. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And wings it incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They've been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. On the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Oregon! Great job by the back on the option.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Trojans. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Moore to the air. Hauls it in. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just reeled in, it's Moore. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Hill. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
To the air on 1st down. He's going to let it go. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. And this one is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Under fire. Moves away as he feels pressure. Oh, it's out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turning it on. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And when you're on defense and it's wet, it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it, it's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job on the defense forcing it with the assist from the ref.
And the Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that.
He's loose. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Trojans want to move quickly.
Really nice job executing the reverse on that play, and it's all about the misdirection because the running back has it, you're getting the fast flow by the defense, and then he laterals it to the receiver going the other way, who's able to use his speed, outflank the defense, and it's a big explosive play for the O.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Sanders. Runs through a tackle. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. He stopped again. They tried to convert this short yardage with the running game and have had 0 success. It's 4th down. Nestled just inside that right upright. This is now a 7-point game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Moore will throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the returner will be brought down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
On the snap, it's Sanders. Finding an escape route. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the 1st down out of the Wildcat.
And that misdirection was just enough to get everybody leaning one direction. And I like when you run the reverse, too, and you see it, you see space, you go attack it, understand where the 1st down marker is, and they get just enough for the 1st down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Finds his big tight end. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Trojans have moved it inside the 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. But this defense is #1 in the nation against the run.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball is in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. App State came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Boone had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On the run, it's Whittington. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Caught over the middle. It's Green. And he was able to run through a tackle. And they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
You gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never gonna be a cornerback. That's not gonna happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm gonna go attack and make some plays.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 45 on his way. Finally corralled and not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, obviously Obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Moore to the air. The screen, he can go. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Catch in the middle, it's low. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Grab behind the line. It's Hill. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Direct snap. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own.
Price just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more.
Racing down the left side. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Barrels ahead. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, he's got some space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And the Ducks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Using his legs at screen. Tough sweating there as he picks up one to the 29.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back. And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Caught on the outside, it's Benson.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. The quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. Good throw and catch, takes it down in the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Moore will throw. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So they see the potential tying score wiped out by the penalty, and now time is starting to be against them. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
And back to the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Lemon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Finds a little space. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The give from the gun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
More to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
The play action fake. Quarterback adapting. Oh, better look out. Across the 25. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
The This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate, and late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's caught. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
The Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. Oh, he got loose. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
These read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well, then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
This offense has converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. A 3rd time would put them in the end zone. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. They're trailing by just 4 to Washington. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running.
And he goes down back at the 1-yard line.
Oh, that might be a little too close for comfort for me. If I'm a play caller, I want to create some space. I want to take a shot, maybe throw the football down the field. But I want my quarterback to know, like, listen, hey, we're really close. We're a bad spot away from 2 points for the other team.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. They'll give it to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Well, this defense has made a couple of big plays, and now they'll try to... Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And how about with this squad, man. Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of... There he goes! Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Trojans want to crank the tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in...
Got it in stride inside the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They've really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to sling it on second down. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And they'll take a knee on fourth down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Hits the crease. He's at the 40. At the 20. And hold everything. He's going the other way, and he takes it back for a touchdown.
Are you kidding me?
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.